What's going on, Bellflowers? Welcome back to my channel. Gwen the Recovering Witch here. If you are new, hi, welcome. Let's be friends. Would love to hear from you. If you could do me a really solid favor, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, because sharing is caring. So today's video, I'm going to be doing I guess like a show and tell of my tarot cards that I have. I do have several. I know that there's a lot of people who read tarot cards. They have a lot. As a witch, you do not need to have tarot cards. Let me just put that out there. For me personally, I've always resonated with tarot cards since I was little. When I got into my addiction, in my own head, life getting in the way, yeah, I just lost the interest. And then eventually when I stopped drinking, the fog cleared and I was trying to find more ways of getting close to my spirituality, and working with getting answers from the universe to kind of make more of a spiritual decision and remove ego out of the way. Yes, there's a lot of questions as far as where do you start? So again, this is just how I personally on my journey have found these cards. And you find what resonates with you. You find something that feels familiar. I had heard a podcast a while back. I can't remember who, so I'm sorry. If I do find it, I'll post it in the comments below. But again, you don't have to wait for your own tarot cards to be gifted. They are a little bit more special if somebody does. If you are using that and interested as using it as a divination tool. I have bought my tarot cards myself. I have been gifted one. But yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of a fun video to show you of my tarot card collection that I use. Eventually, the more that you work with these cards, they end up kind of speaking to you and giving you some sort of synchronicity and a sign that, hey, these belong to you. But again, I might have something that maybe attracts you. And if you are looking for the market for getting your first tarot card deck, when you get your deck of tarot cards, I'll probably do another video on this, but cleansing them is very good and activating them, so to speak. I always like to ask my cards, what are you here to teach me? And so I have a spread that does tell me what they're going to be for. I'll probably cover this in another video as far as caring for your cards. Again, everybody's style of practice is different. I just do what feels right to me. So I have them in a designated area. But again, I just wanted to let y'all know that you do not have to have tarot cards. But if you are in the market of looking for one, I wanted to show you what I have. And then maybe if you find one that resonates with you, maybe you want to buy your own first tarot card deck. And also I'll be covering my oracle decks as well, so you know what I have. So without further ado, let's get started. So my very first tarot card deck that I got for myself, and mind you, my mom had actually bought a deck a while back when I was younger, and I would play with this tarot card deck. So I always had a fascination with tarot cards, and I guess as the fog started to clear and wanting to get deeper into spirituality and know who is with me and getting a better sense of direction and instead of just following ego, I went back to tarot cards before I started declaring myself as a witch. So my first tarot deck was The Influence of the Angels, okay? And this is by Jody Bogninsky Barbesi. And I really love these tarot cards. It does have the guidebook right here. It really called out to me. I picked this one up at a local metaphysical shop. I picked it up at the Magic Cauldron here in Houston. So if you want something that's a little more in the spiritual, maybe a religious aspect, I think at the time, like, that's what was comfortable for me. And it's still, angels are with me all the time, so I like working with them. And I do love this deck, so I used to use it religiously, not as much anymore, but again, they are in a safe space, they're in a sacred space, because I like to protect and care for my tarot cards, because they have an energy and they are willing to work with you, and if you show it the love and care that you need, yeah, you get a better response. I love how on the side of these cards there's like the gold finish trim, and the artwork on it is just amazing. So back here we have like the Ten of Cups. So I really like how these have like their own take on them. I believe my favorite card is the High Priestess card. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. It's just the artwork is just amazing, and I will most likely post the pictures down below of all the cards and you can look at them and see them. So there's another one. Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, but these cards you can actually find at your local metaphysical, Amazon, and most likely any bookstore as well too. We have Books a Million here. You can order them online and they should have them. Everyone's favorite, the Hermit. The Hermit. Empress. It's beautiful. I really like the vintage feels and looks of things. Very French, because again, that's part of my background as well. I mean, I can't even hate on the Devil card, man. Like, man, look at that. Like, that's beautiful. So, anyway, but that is my first tarot card deck that I got for myself. And I still really enjoy it when I work with it. And also, so again, it's called The Influence of the Angels Tarot. And then also created by Jody Bogninsky-Barbesi and Karen Bogninsky. So there you go, right there. You can see that on the box. Okay, my second tarot card deck that I bought when I started working with YouTube and doing my tarot card spreads, my second most favorite, this actually by far is my favorite, the Crow Tarot deck. Okay, I had been getting called for a deity, the Morrigan, but I'm not working with her. I'm just not heeding the call. I have some stuff I got to work out. But anyway, I really fell in love with this deck, and yeah, and I had to go home with it. It was saying, "Hey, this is what you should take. You should take me home with you." So it is created by MJ Cullinane. Okay, she is actually working on several tarot card decks right now, and I'm waiting for another one to come in that I had pre-ordered. I don't remember the title, but her artwork, and it does come in with the guidebook of the deck, obviously. But her artwork is so beautiful. The one that I'm getting is not the one with the cats, but I am getting the one where it has all the different types of animals. So if you see this right here, like this is the strength card, and I think it's so beautiful. But for her to create, it's a one-man operation, y'all. Like, you know, she's really busy. But these really do speak to me. Again, here is the Hermit, her take on the Hermit. Okay. Shining the light on the wisdom, y'all. Shining the light on the wisdom. And when I sat with my tarot cards and wondering what they were going to teach me, I have used them a lot for shadow work for something I needed to understand. And they do not BS and they do not lie. Beautiful imagery, but the descriptions and the meanings for the cards for the book, they've always been so on point. And I continue to love this deck religiously. So, but yes, if you are a lover of crows and you are looking for a tarot card deck, again, this is the Crow Tarot Card Deck by MJ Cullinane. Okay, and she is working on several things. She is also on Instagram as well. They are the ones that speak to me directly. You know, they've been telling me like what's the nitty gritty of what's been going on. So, I am using another tarot card deck for a class that I've been going to on Wednesday nights. So I haven't really been taking this one because we do have a special bond. And I'm a little more, a little more protective of this deck because it does have a lot of special meaning to me. Um, and it's really sacred. So I kind of feel like I can protect it as much as I want to, but which is, y'all know, like, especially since you've been a practitioner for a very long time, um, not the touching of stuff, okay? Um, I'm a pretty friendly person, and there's people that I know, like, with their energy I can trust and who not to. But if somebody touches your stuff, you kind of have to go through this whole process of cleansing all your stuff, and it takes some time. Like, it really takes some time, and I'd rather not do that with time that I do not have. Okay. So I guess this is a take on tarot and oracle cards. So the next box that I have here is the energy cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. You may have seen these quite often for people who read tarot or oracle cards. But I love this deck because I incorporate tarot and oracle cards into my reading. It really gives it more of a great description of what's going on when you're trying to get more of a clear answer from the tarot cards. So it does come with the guidebook here. And I love the imagery on these. And man, they speak to me just as good as a tarot card does. So, I mean, she uses a lot of archangels in her work. There's like the gloss from the paint. I have kind of like long fingers anyway, but yeah, that's what the back of the deck looks like. And yeah, like it's just the imagery on it's just so pretty. I love the gloss on this, and it does like slide out really good. But they can tend to be a little slippery, but that does wear out over time the more that you use them. But I thought the artwork and everything on this has been super rich. The descriptions in the book are just really amazing. Yeah, so I hate this deceit card, y'all. Like, but man, it does not lie. It just does not. So, yeah, like that's what I wanted to share with you. For those of you who might work with Archangel Michael, he kind of sexy, ain't he? He pretty sexy. Okay, so I'll also post a picture on that one below as well. Okay, so another, again, I talked about vintage, y'all. I'm in love with the vintage, okay? So, I found this one on Amazon. Everything I will post a link down below if you're looking and interested in it. But I got the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck by Victoria Mosley. It does have the guidebook in there as well. I do really love this deck. I love the imagery on it. The only thing with this, the each card meaning is very beautifully written. She goes back to describing things in the picture, the symbolisms, and certain things. But it's almost kind of like she's really getting into telling a story. And I kind of wished, I guess this is me and my impatience, you know, it's like when you get this card, it's kind of like you read like 3 paragraphs in and then it's like there. But again, it's super interesting. But again, if you're the type of person who wants to get straight into the point, it might not be for you. But I really did love the imagery. I think these cards are fantastic. Sometimes for tarot card readers, if we're using tarot or oracle, some read reversals. I do. This card deck, you can read it in reverse, and I do feel like at times when I have done readings, it has it's really given more clarification when I use them in with incorporating my other oracle cards. So here's one. This was the healing card. And when I had pulled this one to me, this one was talking about addiction for a reading I had did. But oh my goodness, just like look how just so cute this is, you know. There's not like a gloss finish to this. It's really more of just kind of like I don't even know how to describe it, but there's no sheen to it. You're only seeing the sheen because of the light, but it really just feels like a very thick, sturdy cardboard kind of thing, but you had the flimsiness to it. And they're super big. I'll show you how they fit. I have to struggle with this though to like pull it to make it stretch. But yeah, that's about the size of my palm. So it's kind of, sometimes it's kind of hard to shuffle, but not really. Which one is it, Gwen? It's easy for me to shuffle, but it took some practice. Um, this is probably my favorite card. Again, I grew up Catholic, you know, so these are some of the things that I'm still working through. But I love the depiction of this, of baby Jesus and the Virgin Mary, showing a symbol of peace imagery on these. Oh, the strength card. This is my Stevie Nicks girl right here, man. Like, isn't she beautiful? Just like, hey. Sometimes we all need some intention, don't we? We need some intention. So again, guys, I will post a picture of the new beginnings. I love the new beginnings. Sometimes this makes me think about like dreams of like people having dreams about having a baby, giving birth to a new idea. You know, pay attention. Doesn't mean that you're having a baby or centering. Sometimes we need centering, you know, like oh my goodness, I love all this. Oh, truth. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's almost got like some Indian culture in that too. Middle Eastern. There we go. Egyptian. You know, and Homegirl Gwen be talking about shadow self sometimes. Shadow self.